Good afternoon, guys. This is take number two. The first one I was recording, and since they're doing construction and so much vibration, it stopped the video from recording 15 seconds in. And I realized like 5 minutes in, I wasn't recording. Okay, this is the Lord trying to help build me with patience right now. But good afternoon, guys. I'll be reading from Matthew chapter 6, verses 24 through 26. And the title is, Who is Your Master? I'll begin by reading the verses. No one can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will be loyal to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and mammon. Therefore I say to you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat or what you will drink, nor about your body, what you will put on. Is not life more than food, and the body more than clothing? Look at the birds of the air, for they neither sow nor reap nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feeds them, and you are not of more are you not of more value than they? Um, I picked these verses today because I was convicted. Lately, I felt like my focus has not been on Christ, so I haven't been focusing on Him as my master, and I've been distracted, by my phone or just video games or videos in general, and I definitely don't want them to be my master. I definitely want God to be my main focus, and for Him to branch out into every other aspect of my life. When I'm serving my phone or the other distractions as my master, I'm definitely not reaching out. I'll avoid some people, and I'll seclude myself to myself, and I'm not focusing on my wife or my daughter as much as I should. And then so I started thinking of these questions to help me understand, what am I doing wrong. Like, one question is, who am I serving if it isn't Christ? When am I not serving? What makes me not serve Christ? How am I when I'm not serving Christ? And it gets me thinking, because like in verse 24, it talks about mammon, the treasure of riches, where it is personified and opposed to God. Avarice, extreme or insatiable greed for wealth, money, or material possessions. And I don't want to be focused on the world where I'm dying constantly, because whenever I'm not focused on Christ, I allow the enemy to get into my head, and I just tear myself apart. And like it says in the end of the verse 26, look at the birds of the air, for they neither sow nor reap nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feeds them. And it's funny how Christ uses his animals, his creations, as examples. Like, hummingbirds have, for example, because it's talking about birds and I love animals, I got some animal facts. Hummingbirds, they have extremely great vision, where they can see UV red, UV green, and UV purple, and can even see colors that humans can't see. And so it's like, God has all this in His creation that we should be using as examples for ourselves. Like, I should be using my vision just strictly focused on Christ at a better degree than I should be, because I've been like on my phone, and my focus has been on my phone, where my head is down. And it's like, if my head is down focusing on my phone, how am I going to be looking up towards Christ? And I definitely need to remind myself that I need to stop focusing my eyes onto the worldly things And it's not gonna get me out of my worries. It's not gonna get me out of my depression. It's not gonna. It's like insanity. It's like I'm doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting change when it's not gonna happen that way. And another example for hummingbirds is they eat a lot. They have to eat because they can die if they don't. They eat every 10 to 15 minutes with nectar, and they go between 1,000 to 2,000 flowers a day. And it's crazy how they put in that much work into their survival. And we should be focusing on God the same way, because every time I'm not focusing on God, I'm killing myself. I'm not eating, I'm not drinking, I'm not doing the things for Christ that spiritually feeds me and keeps me alive. And it's like every time I don't focus on Christ, I can feel that decay happening. I can feel that hole starting to reopen and fester and spread everywhere, to the point where I just feel like I'm the hole itself. And I know from experience that I know when I focus on Christ, all that feeling or all that this sin is cleared. And I need to remind myself daily, and I need to be eating and drinking from the Word every 10 and 15 minutes like a hummingbird. It shouldn't be, let me focus on God for 5 minutes in a day. No, it should be, my focus should be always on God, and everything else comes secondary. So just use this as a reminder to stay focused on God, and do not let yourself die out by not feeding off the Word. I love you guys, and stay strong. Stay blessed.